Hey, welcome! Today, we're going to build an absolutely essential toolkit. Seriously, it's the one everyone needs to get around in our wild and wonderful digital world. So let's get right into it. I want you to think of the online world like a huge, incredible, and yeah, sometimes confusing new continent. It connects all of us in ways that are just amazing, with endless things to discover. But just like any great frontier, it's got its tricky spots and hidden trails. So that brings us to the big question, really. When you head out into that digital world, do you have the right gear for the journey? Let's take a look and make sure your toolkit is packed and ready for anything. First things first, any good explorer has to know their equipment, right? This is your basic digital gear, and it's really the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. Okay, let's talk about storage. Think of these like different kinds of bags for your trip. A USB stick? That's like your trusty little multi-tool. It's small and works just about anywhere. An SD card is even smaller, kind of specialized, perfect for your phone or camera. An external hard drive, well, that's the giant backpack that can carry a ton of stuff. And the CD-ROM? That's kind of a fun throwback, isn't it? A great reminder of how fast this digital landscape changes. You know, it's not just about what you keep, but how you keep it. Having a messy desktop with a million untitled documents is just like having a room where you can't even see the floor. It's impossible to find anything. So creating clear folders and giving your files names that actually make sense, that's like drawing a map for yourself. It saves you so much headache later on. All right, let's grab our next tool. This one is all about how we talk to each other, how we present ourselves in this digital space. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? On the one hand, you've got your formal email. It's got a clear subject, a polite dear so-and-so, the whole deal. And on the other hand, you've got a casual chat with your friends, packed with emojis and slang. Knowing when to be formal and when to be casual. Honestly, that skill is a total game changer for school, for jobs, for pretty much everything. Okay, time to put on our detective hats. Tool number 3 is all about navigating this massive ocean of information to figure out what's real and what's, well, not so real. So check this out. Somebody just types wolf into a search engine, and what comes back? You've got ads for hot water bottles, okay? Then there's Wikipedia, a dance school, a conservation group. It's just this big, chaotic jumble. And this is the challenge we all face every single day. Not everything here is equally useful. So, the first clue you need to look for is that little word, sponsored, or ad. What does it mean? It just means a company paid money to get their link at the top of the page. It's an ad. Simple as that. It might have what you're looking for, sure, but it's not there because it's the best or most accurate information. It's there because somebody paid for it. And here's a story I think we can all relate to. We've got Luca and Denise here trying to do some research, and they are just getting so frustrated. They click on one site, it says one thing about wolves. They click on the next, and it says something totally different. Sound familiar? It's that classic feeling of being buried in contradictory information. And then they land on a forum, and some random user with total confidence just says, wolves are gone from Germany. But here's the thing. Luca and Denise actually know that's not true. And that's the perfect lesson, right? Just because somebody typed it online, especially on some random forum, that does not make it a fact. Our fourth tool is like a special pair of decoder glasses. It's for seeing through one of the most common things we encounter online, advertising. It's everywhere, and learning to see how it works is a superpower. All right, let's play ad detective for a second. Take a look at this. This ad for perfume isn't just trying to sell you a smell. It's selling a feeling, right? It's selling an idea of summer and beaches and freedom. So let's break down exactly how they do it. So when you lay it all out like this, the strategy is crystal clear. The product name, Sol, that's Spanish for sun. The slogan tells you exactly who it's for, women. And those colors, all bright and warm oranges and yellows, they're meant to make you feel happy, like you're on vacation. See? It's all designed to create an emotional connection with a very specific group of people. But ads aren't always so obvious. Let's follow this quick story here. In the first panel, Sina sees her friend Vessi with this new lip balm and thinks, wow, that looks cool. Naturally, she's wondering where she got it.
And here comes the reveal. Vessi didn't find it in a store or a magazine. She saw it on her favorite YouTuber's channel. This is what we call stealth marketing or influencer marketing. It doesn't feel like an ad. It feels like a genuine tip from someone you trust. And that's exactly why it works so well.
So we've talked about gear, communication, finding facts, and seeing through ads. This final tool, though, is the most personal one. It's about you, about understanding and taking control of your own media habits. A fantastic way to start is with something called a media diary. Just look at this breakdown of a day in the life of Sem and Vessi. Each colored block shows what they're doing: sleeping, school, chatting online, surfing the web. Just seeing your day laid out like this can be a huge eye-opener. It makes you ask, where is my time actually going? And once you have that awareness, you can actually take some steps. In Vessi's story, she realized her screen time was affecting her grades, so she and her parents came up with a really simple, powerful plan. A clear goal, a personal commitment, a hard time limit, just 60 minutes a day, and a digital curfew, no devices after 9 p.m. These are real, concrete steps anyone can adapt to find a bit more balance. So, we've filled up our digital toolkit with some really powerful stuff. But here's the secret, the thing that makes it all work. There's one master key that unlocks everything. And that key is your own critical thinking. It's that moment where you pause, you ask questions, you analyze what's in front of you, and you decide for yourself. That is the one tool that will never, ever go out of style. And that really brings us to our final thought. This digital frontier is changing all the time. The apps we use, the sites we visit, they won't be the same in a few years. So the real question isn't just about the tools you have in your kit today. The real question is, how are you going to keep learning, keep adapting, and keep that toolkit sharp for whatever comes next?